Ellis again. Today what we're going to do is we're going to make that herbal licorice I've been promising you for the guys and everybody for the last 2 years. But we're going to do something even more special. We're going to add some kick to this licorice. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do this video in stages. What we're going to do first, we're going to grind some fresh ingredients, and I'm just going to show you real quick. We're going to make the flour, then we're going to make a herbal powder, which is all together we're going to make a double and triple kick out of this licorice. So first thing, what I want to say, one thing is I got this this Ninja little grinder. It's like for juicing and stuff like that. If you're into herbs and everything else, it's amazing. The only thing you need to do is it's extra. You get this coffee grinder. You could use this thing to grind your herbs, your spices, your teas, your coffees, everything. If you're going to do coffees and teas in addition to your herbs and spices, get 2 of them. And but I'm going to show you right now how you can grind your own flours and your own herbal powders. What we're going to use today. So basically, what I did was I got about this thing holds about 12 tablespoons. So what I did was I got some hard white wheat berries, and I filled about 8 tablespoons into this thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to grind this up. Now always remember, when you grind the fresh wheat berries, whatever you put in, you're going to get about, if you put a half a cup, you're going to get about 3/4 of a cup out of it because of the grind and how it fluffs up and everything, the process. So I'm just going to show you real quick how this machine works a little bit. Just put this plastic cover on there. And just for about, I'm going to say to start, about 20 seconds. What you're going to do then is you're going to check the consistency. For this recipe, if it's a little coarse, it's fine. Right now we got a little bit of granules in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put it in a little bit more for another 10 seconds. That's good. Now I already ground up some before. So this is going to give us the cup that we're going to need. For this recipe, what we're going to do is you're going to need about a cup of molasses, the blackstrap molasses. You're going to need the wheat berries. And you're going to need elderberry and dried elderberry and rose hips. You're going to also need 1 cup of raw wildflower honey and a cup of 4 tablespoons of the herb of choice, or 6 ounces of a herbal syrup which you have previously made. Today what we're going to do is we're going to use our daily health tonic, and that's with the elderberry syrup and rose hips, cloves, raw honey, and a whole bunch of other good stuff in it. I got a video, I'm going to put in the link in this video, how to make this step by step. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take 6 ounces of that. We're going to add it right to the next stage of making the actual licorice. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to take our we're going to need the flour and the fresh ground herbs. So that's what you're going to need to get started. Okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to let this sit for about 5 or 10 minutes now that we got everything all mixed up. We went through a cup of the flour that we ground with the little bit of extra of the rose hips and the elderberry grind flour that we made, and we add that to the flour. So this is what we got right now. We got like a pretty thick consistency, but then we're gonna let this sit and cool for about 5 or 10 minutes. And when we get back, this will be like a dough almost. But let it sit on a cool area, and when we come back, I'll show you. We'll take the next steps. Okay, guys, what we wound up doing, because we added this was the first time we added the what do you call the herbal syrup. We wound up adding an extra 3/4 of a cup to that, and this is what we got now. We got like a very thick, loose type of dough, And here's what we're going to do. On a real floured surface, we're going to start to make our logs. And we're going to make them about ½ inch to and about 6 inches long. And don't worry about the flour that gets on these logs, because after they dry, after a couple of hours or even overnight, you just get like a pastry brush and just dust that off. And what you're going to do is you just let this sit for about an hour till it gets hard. Then you can transfer it over to a cookie tray, a floured cookie tray, and just let them go overnight, or just like I said, an extra couple hours. And then you'll have your licorices the size you cut them, the size you want. I recommend. I mean, I've been doing them for like about every 6 inches, and you get a good licorice. And you just gotta keep the initial stages dry, and because it is like a loose dough at the beginning. But once after a few hours, it starts to harden up and gets its licorice texture. You'll see what we're talking about. But once, like I said, they are movable, you just put them on the cookie tin, the cookie trays, and just let them dry for a bit. And this little batch that we made, you should have a good yield, and you get over a pound. I know that. And the nice thing about this is now you got another bar object, and else. And like I said, we're gonna pause again after. And I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to grab this thing. And I'm going to show you, what I'm starting to do here to get these licorice logs going. And I'm just going to just get this last one right here. Let me see. Bring this closer. This is what they look like. I don't know how well you can see. What we're going to do is we're going to make another batch, do another just keep them dusted really well at the beginning, because they're like a sticky dough. And then once these dry, just transfer them onto your cookie tin. And now, as these are drying, this is cooling down even more. So you're going to get a little bit thicker consistency, a thicker texture than this. Because right now you can see this is like a very loose dough. And but these taste awesome. And I'll tell you, we're going to go, like I said, we're going to pause right now again. Well, just if you got any questions, just post them in the comments. I promise you, I'll get back to you, because I love for you guys to try this and learn it. If you got any problems, if you've run into any problems, just text me, email me, or call me on the app, from the app, which is free. You can download from our site, herbalsurvival.net. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you got any suggestions too, also put them in the comments. I love to hear criticism and comments. And don't ever be afraid to criticize on what we're doing here. If you got better ideas, just put them up there. And because it's all about learning and having fun and saving money, guys, in a realistic fashion. I mean, there's a lot of things said that this can be done, that can be done, but how effective are they, and how realistic are they? How cost effective are they? So I've already used this, tried this, and it actually works. And this recipe is the first with the elderberry, but the syrup I've used for the last 2 years with great success. And so that's about it, guys, for this one. And this is the first video of licorice, and we're gonna do another one with a different. We're gonna try another combination of herbs, and for a different purpose. But like I said, we're gonna pause again. Then I'm gonna just sit down with you guys and explain this. Okay, guys, this is the Herbal Survivalist again. I want to talk to you about this licorice that we're working on today. There's many benefits to this licorice, and few quick examples is number one, it's portability. It's multiple uses, and its ability to do many things in the natural medicinal and nutritional aspects as well. Also, I say this in almost every video, you got another barter object. It's a solution. It works, realistic, and it's inexpensive. Now, how this goes out to all the campers and survivalists and hikers and everyone else that is on the road. You ever hear of a statement, you can't carry a cup of tea with you in your pocket? This you could. Because you could take a few 3-inch logs, cut the 6-inch logs, cut them in small pieces. You could drop them in a cup of boiling water. Now you got your own elderberry tea. Or your own chamomile anise licorice. You can make chamomile anise tea, your own ginger tea. You got your own antibiotics in a licorice format. Also, what you could do is, in the base recipe, you could also add a tablespoon or two of licorice root. Now, when you're working with licorice root, you gotta worry about people with blood pressure issues, because licorice root, over time especially, can increase one's blood pressure. But again, this licorice I've used it in the past for gifts. I used it in the past for just for my daily usage for snacks. You want to create a fun recipe for your children. Chamomile, just straight chamomile, and will actually help them sleep. What I would do is I would eliminate the molasses and just go with straight honey. Now when I reference children and honey, that means children over 8 years old. I know it's people that go 80 pounds or 5 years old. I'm sticking to 8 or 9 years old. And this way, because there's anaphylactics and the bacteria that you have to worry about, because the immune system can't handle the bacteria of the beet products. And so it's more potent than the child's immune system can handle. So that's where the problem with the beet products are. But with this licorice, it's the elderberries. This actual recipe is you could take a 3 or 6 ounce log every day for just optimal health. Actually, you can make your daily tea. Just drop it in your boiling water in the morning and drink your tea. No sugar, nothing is needed. Also, like I said before, it's good for gifts. You have someone with a natural-minded lifestyle, right here. And like I said, it's fun, it's inexpensive, but most importantly, guys, it's realistic. Whenever you work with herbal medicine, how realistic is the solution you're working with at hand right now? Is it really saving you money? And is it really going to do the job you're expecting it to do? And a lot of times, too, is a lot of people that aren't used to natural medicine, their bodies, that is, and their systems, their bodies need to acclimate. So give it time. And a lot of times they go through some bad phases. So if you just start to take natural medicine and you're feeling lousy, that's actually a good thing. Because your body's pushing out all the crap, the toxins from the pharmaceuticals and everything else. And it's adjusting. And it's actually acclimating and getting used to the natural solutions, because it's saying, wow, I'm getting all good stuff now. I'm used to all the crap. Now I'm getting all the good stuff. My body's not used to it, so I'm going to feel blah. I'm going to feel lousy, tired, like I'm sick, like I'm getting sick, or maybe even feverish. That actually those are all good signs, because your body's just going through an adjustment phase. Now, if you start to break out rashes and stuff like that, then it means you're going through an allergic reaction. So that means you need to stop and go back and research your solution. You may need to go back to your doctor and see what your allergies are, what herb you worked with, if there's actual enzymes in that herb that you're allergic to. But to get back with the licorice, is a good thing about this licorice is you can experiment, guys. With all the things I've been teaching you, whether it be the natural herbal survival bars, or the licorice, or the tinctures, or the salves, experiment. Don't stick to a certain element. Challenge yourselves, get your hands dirty, and just enjoy what you do. and have fun. That's the most important thing. Forget about selling things and making money and things. Have fun and make people better. And we need to work together and experiment. That's why I keep saying comment, ask questions, criticize, do whatever you need to do. How else is someone going to learn if you don't get the truth out? A good example is this. If this, if someone else is out there finds a better way to make this recipe, put it out there. Because now we're all working together and we're all teaching each other to learn. Not only that, we're teaching each other to teach. Teach to teach, not just teach so someone can learn. So our natural solutions never end. And so we keep planting seeds and the others keep cultivating the soil, and the end result is you're going to get a beautiful blossom fruit at the end. Because we can keep planting seeds without cultivating the soil. The plant's going to grow, but how well is the fruit it bears going to be? How effective? What kind of results is it going to prove? When it comes to natural medicine, it's very powerful. We just need to buckle down, work together, deal with reality, and be truthful with yourselves. And most importantly, guys, I know there's a lot of people, non-believers out there. Put God first, trust Him, and watch what happens. I promise you this. I should have been off topic. I should have been dead more than many times. Natural solutions are the ones that saved my life. And I've been working with this stuff for over 40 years. My great-grandfather. They're simple but powerful solutions. And I'm going to keep coming to you more and more and more now. Even more now because the things, I know a few videos back, I mentioned things are coming down the pipe. They're there. Okay? So now it's time to buckle down. We're going to come together with a whole lot of solutions. And starting with this recipe and other recipes, soaps as well, personal hygiene, nutritional recipes that can supplement for actual food, slippery elm bark, nettles, oat straw, dandelion. There's many up there. Visit other herbalist websites and learn. For research, make sure, do your research and make sure it's fact. And a few good books like I showed you before in my book reviews is Dr. John Christopher, James Duke, and Jethro Klaas. 3 of the good ones that I started with. Natural Antibiotics. That's another good book. But go to my site, herbalsurvival.net. Go to the